Anthropic Principle, Part 4, Evolution's Collapse. Why randomness can't build you. They say you're here by chance. That life crawled out of a puddle. That your mind, your heart, your body are just the lucky result of cosmic accidents. But what if that story is falling apart? The evolutionary story. In brief, the standard model of evolution goes something like this. Primordial soup. Roughly 3.8 billion years ago, simple molecules gathered in Earth's early oceans. Through lightning, radiation, and sheer luck, these chemicals randomly formed the first life. Natural selection. From there, life became more complex through random mutations and survival of the fittest, eventually producing all species, including you. Common descent. Everything from bacteria to Beethoven evolved from a single cell, with no purpose, no design, no intelligence. That's the story. But here's why it doesn't hold up. 1. The myth of the primordial soup. Despite decades of experimentation, no one has been able to recreate life from non-life, not even in tightly controlled lab environments. The famous Miller-Urey experiment, 1953, produced a few amino acids, not life, and even that used an unrealistic early Earth environment. Real Earth conditions would destroy complex molecules faster than they could form. And even if you could form amino acids, you're still galaxies away from a functioning cell. Life is not just chemistry, it's code, machines, and information. Random soup doesn't write software. 2. Mutations can't write code. Evolution depends on random mutations producing new functions, but the data tells a different story. Most mutations are neutral or harmful. Beneficial mutations are extremely rare and almost never add new functional information. You can degrade a system through randomness. You can't build one. To put it in human terms, randomly changing letters in a novel doesn't give you Shakespeare. It gives you gibberish. 3. The cell, a nightmare for evolution. The cell is not a blob, it's a nanotech factory. DNA, 3 billion letter code with built-in error correction. Ribosomes, machines that read RNA and build proteins. ATP synthase, a literal rotary motor that powers the cell. Ask yourself, how does randomness build a rotary engine out of molecules? Even Richard Dawkins admitted the cell gives the appearance of being designed for a purpose. 4. Irreducible complexity. Some systems don't work unless all parts are present. Take the bacterial flagellum, a microscopic outboard motor made of 40 protein parts. Remove one part, it stops working. There's no evolutionary path to build it step by step. It either works whole or not at all. This breaks Darwin's core principle of gradualism. 5. Fossil record, still missing transitions. Darwin hoped the fossil record would eventually reveal millions of transitional forms. But over 150 years later, we mostly find fully formed species with sudden appearance and stability, not gradual evolution. The Cambrian explosion alone introduced most major body plans within a short geological window, without ancestors. Paleontologist Stephen Jay Gould called this punctuated equilibrium, but it's really just a rebranding of the problem. 6. Consciousness, the unsolvable puzzle. Evolution can't explain consciousness, the internal experience of being you. No mutation can produce self-awareness. No survival pressure explains love, morality, or creativity. Your thoughts aren't just neurons, they carry meaning. Consciousness points to something beyond the physical, a soul, a mind, a designer. 7. Species barriers and genetic limits. If all life evolved from a single cell, we should see fluid transitions across all species. But what we see are genetic walls. A dog can be bred into many forms, but it stays a dog. No experiment has ever turned one kind of animal into another. Adaptation? Yes. Macroevolution across species lines? Never observed. 8. Entropy destroys, it doesn't build. The second law of thermodynamics says systems tend toward disorder, not order. Left alone, things break down, not build up. Evolution says life got more complex over time. Physics says everything runs down. So which is it? Design or delusion? If randomness can't explain the origin of life, the rise of intelligence, the structure of DNA, the machinery of the cell, the leap to consciousness, then maybe the evolutionary story isn't science, it's a secular myth. A myth designed to keep intelligence out of the equation. Final thought, the return of design. We are now at a crossroads. Modern science, genetics, information theory, molecular biology is screaming what Darwin never imagined. Life is too complex, too elegant, too precise to be an accident. The truth? You weren't shaped by slime. You weren't born of chaos. You were crafted. By mind, by intention, by design. And the deeper you dig, the louder that truth becomes.